So a boyfriend and girlfriend are driving in their car on a scary dark street. All of a sudden they come across a man with an axe in one hand and a case of Budlight in the other. The boyfriend says to the girlfriend, "Hey, we should pick him up, he has Budlight." But the girlfriend looks at her boyfriend and says, "Yeah, but he has an axe." The boyfriend rolls down the window and says, "Hey, what's with the axe?" The man says, "Oh, it's a bottle opener." So he gets in the car. They continue to drive along and they come across another man. This time he has a chainsaw in one hand and a case of Budlight in the other. The boyfriend says, "Oh, we should pick him up, he has Budlight." And the man with the axe says, "Yeah, but he has a chainsaw." This was a commercial aired in the 2007 Super Bowl by the Budweiser Company promoting their product Budlight. By using what I learned in speech class and from the book The Art of Public Speaking by Stephen E. Lucas, I am going to provide an audience analysis and discuss what myths and stories are played upon in this commercial. So first let's talk about the demographic audience analysis. As defined by the Lucas textbook on page 100, a demographic audience analysis is an audience analysis that focuses on demographic factors such as age, gender, religion, sexual orientation, group membership, and racial and ethnic or cultural backgrounds. This commercial was designed to primarily seek identification with young American men. On page 97, identification is defined as is defined as a process in which speakers seek to create a bond with the audience by emphasizing common values, goals, and experiences. The humor in the commercial uses stereotypes of men and women. The boyfriend is willing to overlook the danger for the Budlight, and the girlfriend is the voice of reason. A stereotype is defined on page 100 as creating an oversimplified image of a particular group of people, usually assuming that all members of a group are alike. The commercial also references horror films, which usually appeal more to men than to women. The commercial, as I said before, aired during the Super Bowl in 2007. It was only 30 seconds long, so it was short enough to capture the full attention of the audience. The reason that it probably first aired during the Super Bowl was because the Budweiser Company knew that the majority of their target audience would be watching. The target audience is defined on page 328 as the portion of the whole audience that the speaker most wants to persuade. Some demographics that may not find the commercial in good taste or offensive are women, because they might not find the stereotype humorous, and perhaps an older audience wouldn't quite understand the humor in the commercial as much as a younger audience would. Age groups that maybe shouldn't view it would be younger kids. It makes beer look cool, and it suggests that using poor judgment to obtain alcohol is okay. So now that we discussed the demographic audience analysis, let's take a look at the myths and stories played upon in the commercial. The product that is advertised, the Budlight, is a cultural appeal in and of itself. Many young Americans in their 20s like to drink alcohol and beer socially. The commercial also plays upon classic American horror films. It depicts potential serial killers with an axe and a chainsaw in a humorous way. The only difference is that they're carrying Budlight. It also depicts a boyfriend and a girlfriend in a scary dark place by themselves. Some cultures and populations that may not understand might be populations that are not familiar with horror films, like maybe individuals from other countries, religious groups that prohibit watching violent movies, and some cultures that do not promote drinking alcohol socially. The viewer must be familiar with situations found in the commercial to understand its humor. They must be familiar with the classic American horror film, and they must understand the stereotype depicted of men and women. So, in conclusion, the commercial, "But He Has a Budlight," aired by the Budweiser Company, is demographically geared toward young American men. This commercial uses a humorous twist of classic American horror film elements and the differences in stereotypes of men and women to promote its product Budlight. So overall, I found this commercial to be very humorous, and I hope that you appreciate the creativity of this commercial as well.